This is the Entertainment Answer.
Talking about Big Brother 25, the new season. It's an emotional roller coaster. I mean, it is literally going from the top of the mountain to the deepest valley week to week on the show. And I don't know, man. I nobody could have scripted this. Nobody could have seen it coming. So
it's crazy. It's crazy how it happened, and I can't wait to discuss this with you because I thought about you watching this, and I wish that you and I were watching it together on the same couch because I feel like we would be so upset.
You know, lately, I mean, like I said, we would have started out at this super high, which we did. I mean, the week started, as we record this every Monday, we kind of go into it knowing who the head of household is. Then we got to go through the veto. We get to go through the elimination, and we need to get to go through the next head of household. So that's the whole gamut of emotion. So much can happen in those 3 episodes, which did.
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like probably Detroit Lions fans feel right now. It's like you come off of a big win against Kansas City and then you lose in overtime to the Seahawks.
Right.
I feel like a Lions fan right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a mixed bag of really. I mean, the producers of Big Brother really have to be loving how the show's going because one week it's yes, and the other week is boo.
Do they love it though? Because I wonder, and like for us, it started out yay and ended with boo. But are we the minority? As a majority of the Big Brother watchers, they started off with a boo and now they're like just cheering. Is anybody cheering right now for Big Brother?
I'm sure there's like less than 0.1% cheering, but nobody should be cheering at the moment.
I don't know who the Big Brother audience is. Maybe the Big Brother audience hates the people we love and love the people we hate.
I mean, I disagree with that only because they did that America voting thing for that veto.
That's true.
And they had America, they had Matt, and they had Corey, which we liked, but they also had Suri. But Suri is coming into the game as somebody who everybody or a lot of people have already known for years.
Right. Yeah, she had a fan base built in.
And not only that, the rest of the people in the house are kind of not getting a lot of airtime. They're not doing anything, really.
Right. Yeah. But all right, well, let's just start at the beginning. Last time you and I talked, we were excited. We were bummed that Red left, but we were excited that Cameron was back in control. And he was going to wreak some chaos. Did he wreak chaos?
He did wreak chaos. He was the first person to take out one of the 4 major players in the game. And when I say 4 major players, I mean basically just one major. Well, not even one. Just like the 4 main people who are manipulating everybody.
Yeah, there's 3 major players, and
because none of them are players in this game.
Are they not? I mean, you say that, but then we look at where we are. Are we just delusional?
I don't know if we're delusional. I think. Yeah. We'll get to that, but I think they're not big players. I think they're not big players in the game. For some reason, people stuck around them only because of who Suri is.
Okay. All right. So Cameron's there. Who does he put on the block?
He nominates Izzy and he nominates Felicia.
And you were excited.
I was super excited.
I was excited as well. That's probably my first time. I took a breath. I was like, progress. We're going to get somewhere today, this week. And
Because the four major people were Felicia, Izzy, Jared, and Sari.
Mhm.
And Cameron's downfall was that he thought he could trust Jared, which he should have put Jared up first, but he has no idea how Jared and Sari are related.
Right.
But Izzy and Felicia up there is, part of the thing. You got to eliminate one of them. And so what happened that week? What was going on? Izzy, of course, got voted out. But before that, there was a competition for that veto, and Josh Duhamel was there. And it was one of those where everybody who gets eliminated from this competition gets a prize or not a failure, but like a not so prize, like a punishment.
Right.
And so who ends up winning the veto competition?
Who ends up winning in quotations?
Right. No, like who was the last person to basically win?
The person who ended up with the veto, we'll just say that the person who ended up with it in their hands was Jared.
But it could have been Matt, who I believe.
Was it Matt or Jag?
No, it was Matt, because he's the dumbest player, because he's the one that got the last punishment, which he thought was going to be a prize to hang out with Josh Duhamel for a week.
Oh, right.
And so instead of hanging out with Josh Duhamel, who showed up live on television, he just got a cardboard cutout. And Matt not taking the veto is so strange to me, because if it's Jared, he has to know, because Matt right now, I think, is the dumbest player in the game.
He is the dumbest player in the game. He's not the dumbest human in the game.
Correct.
He is probably the most, the dumbest player. You're right.
Yeah, he is the dumbest player in the game.
Another word I'm looking for other than dumbest. He is the most clueless man. I don't know. Worst.
I don't know how you could be so clueless and dumb, but and I don't want to do stereotypes here, but and I'm not going to go there, but it's you've heard the expression before, and it's just kind of like, wait, you have sole power, and why are you leaving it to the one person you don't want to leave the power to? And then you gave yourself a punishment. It's just kind of, and he's been doing this all season for the most part, except for Jag, for the thing where he saved Jag. But Matt, let's talk about Matt's fascination with Sari. I don't get it. I do not understand this. Is it the coach student thing? Is it, I don't understand it. I don't get where this falls into.
I think Sari is which made her good on Survivor, which helped her to win Traitors. She is very comforting and comes across as sincere and someone you want to please, almost.
Right.
Someone who you feel like you want to be friends with. And so
right.
I think being young and her being the motherly figure in the house, more than Fleecy is. Nobody's going to look at Fleecy as a mom. Sari has that mom gene about her. I think it's that. I think he's just sort of captivated by that. And maybe it is a coach thing. Maybe he's just used to being in a situation where he likes to be led, where he likes to
guess so.
Something, and he just gravitates toward her.
That's weird. It's weird, but it's destroyed. Well, hasn't destroyed his game yet because he's never been on the block, but it's really weird. So
he's not a threat at all to anybody.
No, he's not a threat at the moment. So in addition to that, one of the punishments was this pigsty thing, where Izzy got this pigsty punishment for losing the competition to veto herself out. So she had to wear a pig costume, and then she got to pick somebody else to basically dig up 2,000 piles of dirt and throw it in a bathtub, basically within the span of 12 hours, 2,000 times. And she picked Cameron, who she hates in the house. And when she did that, my mind went to a couple places. My first thing was that she did it to fuck him over and like just to be mean. But secondly, my mind went like, oh, maybe she actually wants to learn about them. They're going to be together for like 10 to 12 hours and they'll get to, talk, and there might be like a friendship there. And boy, was I wrong about the latter. She did it solely to piss him off and be just a horrible person. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think and this is the fault on both of their sides. Cameron's not innocent in this. For some reason, those two are like oil and water, and they were just butting heads, and neither one of them could get past it. I think it blinded Cameron to the point that he was so focused on getting Izzy out. There were other bigger players that he should have been focusing on, but he was so tunnel visioned on Izzy. She was so tunnel visioned on him. It was like there was only two people in this game in their minds, and they had to defeat the other person. So
right. It was weird.
Detriment on both of their parts. They couldn't get past it.
And I don't understand why, because Cameron didn't seem to hate anybody in the house, but Izzy seemed to hate Cameron for some reason.
Oh, Cameron hated Izzy. He was like blinded by she just upset him to no end, and I don't know why.
Oh, I get it. She was the most annoying person in the house.
But we've had more annoying people in the house. But there was something about her that just set him off, man.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it.
Do you agree it blinded him, though? Did he?
Yes, it blinded him because what he said in the diary room, he said, I know Cherie's at the middle of this. She's the president. Felicia is the vice president and Izzy is the secretary, or vice versa. And he still thought Jared was on his side at the point, even though he put him up. So he was blinded by, he thought he could trust Jared, but also why stick around? Why make Cherie watch this happen? Just take Cherie out, because like if Cameron was smart about it, he would say, oh, he put me up on the block. I'm going to put Jared and Cherie, and one of them is going home, even though he doesn't know their relationship. But that would have been the better move, only because Felicia and Izzy can't win a game to save their life. Well, neither can Cherie, because Cherie just quits everything. But Jared...
She doesn't have to win. She doesn't have to win.
Right. She doesn't have to win. So... it's very strange that Cameron went that way, but I do agree with you. I think he was blinded by their relationship in the house, but Cameron always kept it, for a lack of a better word, classy, as he said when she left. And I think Izzy took it really personally, and she is just not a good person. I don't think she is the most annoying person in the world, because when she eventually got voted out, which was really funny, because when Jared voted Izzy out and his mom Siri voted Felicia out, you could tell that they were talking in the rooms like, who do I vote out? Who do I vote out?
I know.
And I don't know if he
can't make his own decision. He's like, what do you mean to do, Mom? What do you mean to do? It's ridiculous. It's very embarrassing for him.
He's going to watch this back and, oh God. So Izzy leaves. She's giving everybody hugs in the house. Everybody hugs by in the house, except for two people. Corey, who started to figure out what Cam was talking about, that there was this 4-person alliance, and was advocating for Izzy to leave. She called him Pipsqueak and said, later, Pipsqueak, which dick move. And then when she was about to hug Cameron, she like pushed him with her chest and says, see you in a little bit, pig. And he goes, always classy. And I was like, what the hell? And so Izzy comes out to Julie and she's visibly upset. And I'm trying to figure out why Julie said the thing she said to Izzy. Because I don't know if Julie actually likes Izzy or if she does for real, but she said, she hasn't said this to any other player. She said, it's been a real pleasure watching you on Big Brother. And my mind exploded. I was like, what? Why would you say this to her? Because she's just a big fan of the show and you want to make her feel better on live TV? Why did you say this? Because she was not fun to watch in the show.
Right. Well, maybe she was to Julie.
You think?
Why would she say it?
Because I think Izzy was visibly upset on the live camera in front of her. And in order to not have a meltdown, she might have said that to her. Like Julie's like, be kind always.
Be kind always. Love one another.
Right. So I don't get it. Did that rub you the wrong way or did that surprise you?
No, I didn't even catch it. I didn't catch anything about it. I just thought it was just a normal exit interview. I mean,
really?
Izzy was a little, I couldn't tell if she was sad or she was angry. Some people get so angry that their emotion comes out the same as sad. You know what I mean?
I
heard the tears because she was angry.
Oh yeah, she was definitely angry because she's angry that it's so funny. I wonder who she was more angry at because you can't be angry at Cameron because you know this all going along, but everybody else besides Siri voted you out.
Well, she's probably angry simply because of all the people that she went home. It was Cameron. It was Cameron's HOH that she went home on. So you know that just had to eat her a little bit. And she's sitting there in a pig costume.
Yeah, which was great.
I mean, and she went out with a vote of only one person, and she doesn't really know. I'm sure she assumes it's Siri who voted to keep her. Mm-hmm. And as it was, but I mean, still that shows that, I mean, she thought she would have probably at least get 3 votes. She probably thought that Felicia or Jared would have voted for her and maybe Blue would have voted to keep her.
I don't know. I'm sure she knows that it was Siri that voted to keep her. Everybody else voted to keep her out, but
she probably expected more than one vote is what I'm saying.
Right.
Probably was upset and that's fine.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Let's back up a little bit, though, because as we mentioned, Jared ended up with the veto only because, I mean, at the end, Jag you said Matt could have taken it. Jag could have taken it either, but decided to keep money. It was
right.
Either, which is fine. I understand. If I was Jag, I'd keep $5,000 too. It's like, no matter what happens, I got $5,000 in my pocket. So Jared ends up with the veto and then acts again like he won something. Amazingly, he's like, "Oh boy, look at this guy!" It's like,
no, he got voted. He lost the competition, but in this rule, you can pick other people's. It's like a white elephant gift exchange.
Exactly. So again, if I'm at least, he's such an idiot. He thinks he won it. He didn't win it. He just ended up with it. So anyway,
right.
So either way, at that point, I think it didn't matter at that point who Cameron would have put up there because I think it would all have ended up the same way. I think Felicia was a little bit shocked that Jared didn't use the veto on her. But I think everybody knew the viewer side that Jared obviously is not going to pull anybody down because he's protecting his mom. But Felicia has no idea of that. So, and I think it's funny, Felicia always keeps calling herself Jared's mom in the house.
Oh yeah, Mama Felicia. Yeah,
I know, it cracks me up. It's like she's gonna find out that actually his real mom's been here the whole time. So
it's weird.
So even if, because backing up to what I said about Cameron being blinded by Izzy, even if he would have put Suri and Felicia up, Cameron wins. He's going to pull down his mom. Cameron's going to put up Izzy. Izzy's going home. So I think no matter what the scenario would have happened, Izzy's going to end up going home.
Yeah, because
even if we'd have put up Jared and Suri, Jared would have won, pulled himself down. Izzy would have went up, or maybe even Felicia would have went up.
Yeah.
I would have loved to seen Jared and Suri on the block and Jared win quotes the veto and have to decide between him and his mom to come down.
Right.
So
it was, I would have loved that. And I think if he would have put Siri up there to begin with, I believe he would have sent Siri home. They would have sent Siri home. People would have come forward, except for Izzy and Felicia and Jared. Everybody else would have voted Siri out, I think.
Maybe.
I think Cameron could have convinced Matt to do it and Jag to do it. I think they could have done it. But I'm glad Izzy went home. I'm very glad Izzy went home.
Yeah. So I am too. So Izzy went home. Cameron, as Cameron said, it couldn't have been a better HOH for him. We were all excited. End of Thursday night. Everybody's cheering, clapping. I assume everybody in the house or watching feels the same way you and I do. We're all just applauding and cheering. And then Sunday comes.
Okay, so right after the eviction, they're doing the competition that, we all kind of love to watch. It's the wall. It's the wall that, they're hanging on and it like tilts over and then stuff's flying in their face. So they were showing that for a little bit and then they go back in time. Like they do a flashback to a few hours earlier before Izzy's eviction. And Jared lost his ever-loving mind and got caught in all of his lies in front of most of the house.
Pretty much
and
the whole house.
Corey called him out on it. And hopefully Matt is not his stereotypical dumb self and saw it. Jag saw it. Corey saw it. Hopefully, I think Bowie's very silent, but I think she saw it too. But I want to know if you noticed when Siri came in that room when they were arguing, Jared called her mama.
He did. I did catch that. And I don't know if everybody else is just thinking because, everybody calls mom and Mom Felicia and mom. But yeah, he totally did. And I wondered if everybody was going to be like,
wait, what?
In the moment, they didn't catch it.
Mama. Yeah. He said it I was like, wait, did nobody pick this up? But that's not the only part that happened. But let's go back to, but we're going to stay on that. We're going to stay on this where Jared tries to call out Corey and lie to Corey. And Corey's just like, is saying in his mind, is like, none of this makes sense. Let's bring in Jacket. Let's bring in these people. You're not making sense. And Jared, I think, is the dumbest human being in real life. Like, I don't think he could tie his own shoe. I think he wears Velcro. And I think he even messes that up. And he's trying to pull himself out of this thing that he created. And my mind was going in circles. And the way Jared treats people is awful. I don't see how he was yelling at Corey and then Corey started, getting a bigger voice because Jared would only talk over him. And then when Corey did that, Jared's like, you need to stop down. I lowered my voice. You need to stop yelling at me. And I was like, dude.
Right. Yeah.
This is crazy. I can't stand people like that, like Jared.
And man, applause to Corey. He moved up quite a few notches in my eyes because he was like, no, I'm not going to let you railroad me. I'm not going to sit here and be timid and quiet and let you bulldoze over me. He's like, let me go get Jag. Let me go get all these people and bring them in the room and ask them. And then even when Jag admitted that he didn't say that, Corey's like, because Corey's the head of a debate team. He's won debates. That's what he
right.
does.
Yeah.
It came out. He was like, there was no arguing with Corey at that point. He was like, this is what you said. This is what they said. Tell me I'm wrong. And he just called him out, man. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So wonderful.
Weren't you just, and you almost wanted to have like a 2-hour episode and watch that whole thing unfold because you overheard them saying, like, we've been talking at this for 45 minutes. And I want to hear the whole thing, because Jared, when people are caught in lies like that, they'll say anything and they'll just accuse somebody of being something like that. But and then Jared is so dumb. It's like, yeah, bring Jag in, bring these people in. And I was like, what do you expect's going to happen? They're going to say what Corey is saying because it's the truth.
Absolutely. Yeah. So he was totally caught. And I love too that, again, the whole reason Suri went up there is because she finds out that everybody's up in the room, and you can see the wheels in Suri's mind going, damn it, I told Jared to go up there and do one thing, and I know my son, he's going to screw it up.
Yeah, she said, I just told him to go find out what's happening. Find out like just what happened.
I got to get up there because he's going to be screwing it all up. And sure enough. He did.
And one thing that I really hate, and they're really milking it, the producers are, is that how terrible a person in like human life Jared is. And then Suri constantly showing Suri saying, I love my baby boy. He's so perfect. He's so great. And it's like, oh, give me a break. How'd you not ship this kid off?
I catch a lot where she's just like, you can tell she's visually frustrated with him. Like, Jared, what are you doing? I mean, sure, everybody, you and I have talked about this. My mom, your mom, everybody's mom's going to be, no matter what we do, they're going to stick by us. That's what moms do. I'm not surprised about that. I would be shocked otherwise. But you can also see the frustration in her mind of why can't you just do one little simple thing? So there's a difference between frustration and love, but that's part of it.
There is. It's very aggravating. So they showed this big argument. Corey clearly won, but to a detriment almost. But you have Jared just digging his own grave, I think, at the moment. And you're just like, oh my God, everybody sees what, a giant turd he is. And so the competition for HOH is the wall leaning over, and out of everybody. So Cam can't play in it because he was the outgoing head of household. There's one person in the house that you don't want winning this competition. One. I mean, you don't want three people winning it, but two out of the three aren't going to win it.
Right.
So there's one person you do not want to have win this competition out of 9 people that are up there, 10 people. I blame everybody for what happened, because how could you let it happen? How?
I think people still don't. I think they still look at Jared the same way we do, is like, he's not the smartest guy in the house. He's just not smart. So he's not a threat, because they don't know the relationship. Without knowing the backstory and having the privy to the information we do, they don't see Jared still as a threat. And so they probably weren't like, we got to beat Jared. They probably in their mind were like, okay, Felicia's down, Siri's down, we're all kind of working together. They don't understand the whole system yet. And that's why nobody's tried so hard to beat him.
Everybody up there, I believe, could have put more effort in. Yes. And it's crazy that the only person that shouldn't have won the competition. I'm so upset.
When I look at Big Brother in the scope of the world, I think there's no justice. There's no, Big Brother is like this cancer on.
Oh,
what happens in the Big Brother house? It's almost like the house has a vindictive spirit against humanity, where it just
does.
Things happen, like the natural order of things outside the house doesn't take place inside the house.
Right. And so in this wall, are you okay?
Yeah, my watch went off. It was really weird.
The blood pressure is going up. It's leaning. And you think that some people who will stay in this competition don't last. And let's talk about Suri.
Okay.
Suri in this competition, like any other competition, does not actually compete. Like, she went out on her own accord in less than 10 minutes. She's like, no, ain't going to do it. Felicia outlasted her, which is crazy. And it's just like, does anybody not see that Suri's not competing? Like, she's just, she doesn't have, which is crazy. Yeah. So you see, like, okay, Felicia's out next. Of course, we believe that. And then you start seeing everybody else go out, and then it's up to Bowie and Jared. And the one person you don't want to win is Jared. But Bowie goes out, Jared wins head of household. And it's very telling. Nobody, if you saw the one quick reaction shot of everybody, nobody was excited. Nobody clapped, nobody cheered, except Suri, who went way over the top and called him, "That's my baby."
Again,
she said that.
Nobody's catching this. I know. Nobody
caught that. And I'm just like, wait, the mama, the babe, wait, what's going on? And she's the only one that's happy. But you can be happy, but it was like her child, like had won the presidency. Like, she was over the top and nobody else was excited about it.
Yeah.
So how do people not? So we haven't seen much of what had happened after that, because they kind of did that. And then they did the nomination ceremony like right after that. So we don't know really what happened. Mm-hmm. I'm sure we'll see Wednesday or Thursday, but people got to be upset. And so when Jared won, and I'll give him this, he lasted longer than everybody else. He lasted over 45 minutes.
He won. He legitimately won.
He legitimately won. I'm shocked. And so what does he want to do? And do you think his game, or like his strategic move, is what he wants to do is going to be a good thing?
I mean, yeah. He's trying to. For one, his pride was hurt with Corey, so Corey knew he was gunning for him because Corey's already called him out. He's made him look like an idiot in front of everybody in the house.
Yeah,
and then of course he's going to do the showmance. And if you think about it, having Corey and America up on the block, those are really the only two people in the house that Corey doesn't have some sort of relationship with. He could have gone after Jag, I guess, because, but again, he used Jag in his lie, so he probably feels stupid, like, oh, I owe Jag one because I kind of threw Jag under the bus. So I'm not surprised, but Corey he's an idiot. I mean, what else was he going to do? Who else was he going to put up? Yeah, there's nobody else in the house he would put up. Nobody's left that he would even target. So I'm not surprised, but what frustrates me is because he, at this pivotal part of the game, somebody you and I like is going home this week. There's no way around it. There is there's three people that I like that are going home. Like, yeah, it's gonna suck. Yeah, because if nominations stay the same, we're gonna lose America or Corey. Adore both of them. Yep. If Corey wins and pulls himself down, he's just going to put up Jag. No, or Cameron. Jared says that his main target is Cameron, but who knows? So Cameron goes up, and Cameron goes between Cameron and America. I don't know. That would be tough. I don't want to see either one of them go. So nobody's going to come out of the house that we don't like. So this whole week there's not going to be a high this week. There's not going to be anything this week that's going to make me be like, oh yeah, cool. I'm glad that twist happened. So, I mean, there's one thing that has light at the end of the tunnel to me. Please tell me, because I need some light. So from what Julie said on Sunday at the end of the show, she said this next Thursday will be a double eviction. Which double eviction could be worse. It could be worse, but light at the end of the tunnel, glass is half full of piss and vinegar, though. You can have Jared send one of those three home,
But let's say one of them, let's say Cameron or Corey stay, wins head of household, and then sends Jared or Suri home in that same night.
That would be a light. That would be the only light. That would be the only thing that would be a balm on the burn, would be that.
But you would have to send Jared home. Yeah, you would have to send Jared home because Suri and Felicia can't win a contest without it being to chance, like flipping a coin. So it would be easier for them to stay and Jared leave because he can win a physical competition and he's just an asshole. And I think at that time, Felicia and Suri would know what would happen. But if Jared goes home and it leaves in the double eviction and it leaves Suri and Felicia, they would go to the house to vote at the end. Mm-hmm. And not Jared or Cameron or Corey. So those two being in the house together, you would still have a group of people that we really like, and not Jared in the house to vote for somebody, you know, because who was he going to vote for? And nobody likes him. And who would want his vote? Like, would he vote for Matt? Maybe, probably, if Matt lasted, or Blue. But doesn't that make sense that to get Jared out, if that was a possibility, at double eviction rather than Suri or Felicia?
Yeah, I mean, it does make sense. I kind of want Jared out next. I want him gone.
Yeah.
I would be okay if Felicia or Siri went home. I'd be fine. I'd be fine with any of those three. One of those three have to go home because they are, I don't know. I don't know. But I'm almost to the point now where I don't mind Suri as much before that I do now, because there's other people in this game I don't like more.
Who do you not like?
Jared. Jared has moved. Jared to me was always just a pawn, and I figured once his mom was gone, Jared would be a non-factor. But I just don't like him as a person.
Yeah, I don't like Jared as a person either.
I want him out.
I don't either. I'm there with you. I don't like him at all. And I want him gone too. I like everybody else. Like, Felicia's a little annoying, but I can stand her. Suri, very manipulative and very strategic in her mind of how to play a game like this. But she's not good at playing the game as far as comps or anything else. And Matt,
social beast.
Yeah. And Matt is just dumb. I feel like if Matt wasn't dumb, he'd be just so good at this game, but he's floating on
every season. There's a Matt,
which is sad because you want him to be smart, but it's like, wait, why did we get rid of these people at the beginning of the show? Kirsten and Riley. Why did this happen? And, I'm really looking forward to hearing Cameron find out the realness about Jared at some point. Because the next two people that are evicted will know the secret because they won't be going to the house, I don't think. Is that what she said? That's right. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
So if noms stay the way they are, nothing changes. We don't know about the double eviction. To say just on the first eviction, who would you rather see leave, America or Corey?
America.
Yeah, same. I love America. She's fun to watch. She's a brilliant girl.
And she's smart. She's the one that came to Corey about all of the information.
Yeah, she is super smart. She plays a good game. I would hate to see her go, but I think Corey can get more done in the house.
I think so too, because he has the persuasive skills to really talk and plan out everything. I would be really upset to see Corey go.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But what if Corey comes down or America comes down and he puts up Cameron?
I'd rather
it's going to be Cameron that goes.
Yeah. Huh? Cameron is, I'm okay with Cameron. I like Cameron because he got something done. But of the five people that we like, Cameron's my least favorite. I'm fine if Cameron goes.
See, I'd be upset because I don't want Cameron to go right after Izzy. I want Cameron to stay in the game and Izzy at home sitting in her sad life, just be angry that he's still in the game.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I get that because you and Cameron have the same vindictiveness against Izzy.
Yes.
But yeah, I would rather see Cameron go home than I would America or Corey.
Right.
Yeah, I would rather one of them go home. Jag is still, so with everybody left, obviously Izzy didn't change my perspective. Nicole is still one of my favorite people. I want to see.
But how is she your favorite? How she has had 90 seconds of screen time in 6 weeks.
The introvert in me says, you know what? Me and Nicole are kindred spirits. We are both in the corner of the house letting you guys fight it out.
How are you introverted? I don't know the introverted you.
We're playing and we're voting. So that's what we're doing. We're not up there. We're not arguing in the rooms. Have you seen her in the room one time arguing with people?
Not at all. Neither Bowie. The only thing Bowie got upset because she wasn't brought in on her own fake alliance. Yeah. It's like, hey, I'm down to vote with y'all. Just tell me.
Yeah. Nicole, I want to find out when this is all said and done. I want to know what Nicole's strategy was and how she's been able to elude the camera and the diary room and the drama as well as she has. It's almost like she gets to go home at the end of the day.
No, right. It's crazy because I mean, she must not be doing anything or having any viable conversations with anybody. Because I've been watching the live feed more so than any other year, and she's never on it. Like, I don't know what's happening with Nicole. How does this happen?
I know, that's why I love her. Nicole's my favorite. I still like Jag. Jag is, I don't know. Jag is up and down for me. I don't know. Bowie Jane. Bowie Jane, she's again kind of elusive. I could take her or leave her. But yeah, but I think my three top are Corey, America, and Miko. That's my three top.
Okay. Corey, America, maybe Jag or Bowie that I like the most right now. I mean, I like Cameron too. Cameron's probably number 4 or 5. I like Cameron. Like, I think that dude is a good dude. I think he knows how to play the game well. And I think the way he's playing the game right now is that everybody screwed him over. Mm-hmm. And I will blame Cameron for not like going to Red and it's like, hey, Red, let's yeah. Like, instead of like leaving, it's like he needs space. So like, no, talk to him and say like, this is what I heard. This is what he said. This is what happened.
Have the conversation.
And I don't know why he chose to not do that, but I think he's pissed that he thought he had an alliance, which he still thinks he does with Jared, kind of. And I'm just like, oh my God.
All right, let's say the light at the end of the tunnel isn't a light. Let's say it's an oncoming train instead of a light. And let's say after the double eviction, after 2 more weeks down the line, you and I are sitting here on a Monday, and the only people left are Jared, Suri, Alicia, Blue, maybe Jag. That's your 5 left. That's the only people left in the house. Are we still watching this game?
Only for Jag to pull it out, but I don't know if I would want to watch it that way. I don't think so. I don't think I would watch it.
Yeah,
I think I would stop watching.
I think so. I think
we would have to cut our podcast short. Honestly, I think we would. I don't, because like, these people are not good.
Yeah. So that's my fear, is that, let's say Corey goes home at the eviction. They do an immediate head of household and it's a Plinko game and Felicia wins or Suri wins.
Right.
They put up Jag and America again.
Yeah.
America goes home.
Yeah.
I mean, that could happen. So next Monday, we're sitting here and Corey and America are gone, or Corey and Jag are gone, or Corey and Cameron are gone.
Yeah.
I'm not happy. I'm like, wow, why am I watching this?
Yeah, no, why that will next Monday we'll tell the tale. It might be our last show of the season. It might really be.
We'll go back to rewatching season 1 and talking about it.
Right. We probably would. Like, do you see that actually happening? Would you actually legitimately want to still watch it if that happened?
I almost don't want to legitimately watch it when I saw Jared win Sunday night.
Me neither. Because somebody we like you said, somebody like we go.
I'm watching all my people fall. It's like Corey, boop, America, boop, Bowie, boop. I'm like, oh Lord, this fool's still up here on the wall.
So here's a question. Would you, if it was Felicia, Jared, Siri, and McCole, would you still watch it then?
Yeah, because I would still only watch it because I would be sending vibes to McCole.
Okay, so if McCole lasts, you're watching.
Well, no, even then, I would not watch it. I would follow the recaps.
Right, because McCole, because it would be 3 against 1, basically.
In fact, even if no matter if those 3, if Sari, Jared, and Felicia are in, no matter who's the 4th and 5th one, I don't know if I'm watching it. If it's top 5 and there's still 3 of the top 5, no matter who the other 2 are, I don't know if I can watch.
Yeah, I don't think I could watch either.
Because I don't want to hear the conversations. I don't want to hear what they have to say. I don't want to watch the competitions and watch them just pick people off.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah. I don't either. And again, I'm going to say this again right now. You can hear it here first. I blame everybody else in the house but Felicia, Jared, and Sari, because nobody is caught on except for kind of Corey now and Cameron. And why is everybody else like Matt and everybody else trying still to be on their side? I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Because they've lasted this long because of them. Kirsten and Riley. How do you vote those people out? It doesn't make sense.
One of those 2 should still be in this game.
Yeah.
One of them still should be here. So let me ask you this, because we week after week after week, we talked about this. Every week this was brought up. Is Izzy going to spill the beans if she goes home? Is Izzy going to spill the beans?
Yeah.
Do you still think that she should have blown that up?
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Our mother's son. You
yes.
Just said it. So you're still surprised that she got through this whole thing and never said a word?
It's insane to me. She even went to Siri and said like, hey, I will send myself home over you. And you're just like, why are you even in Big Brother? Doesn't make sense.
Well, she wants to be part of that family. She wants to hang out at cookouts and for family dinners and holidays.
Which is crazy because
she found a family with Sari. If she knows Sari, she's going to maybe know that Sari was her friend in the house. And once she gets out of the house, she ain't going to take her call. I can see.
It's exactly what's going to happen. They'll see each other at some point, but Siri and Jared are not going to talk with Izzy whatsoever.
They're not. And I feel sorry for Izzy.
Oh, I don't feel sorry for Izzy. Good on Suri. That's great. More power, because Izzy did all of this for that, and I think that's just a poor gameplay.
But Suri didn't vote to evict Izzy, and I said that from the beginning. I said as long as Suri stays loyal to Izzy, Izzy won't blow her game, and that's the one person who voted to keep her.
Yeah, because they didn't want the game to be blown. But if I was in that situation, it would. It's like as I'm leaving the house, Jared and Siri are mother and son. Deal with it. Shades on. So, should have done it.
8 years from now, you and I finally get on Big Brother. 8 years from now, you and I are on Big Brother, and Milo's there. Are you going to blow Milo and Ma's game, or are you going to not say anything?
Good question. I love it. And the answer is probably yes. unless we make it like if there's a same situation sort of thing. And, but okay, so there's a difference.
How's there difference? Because you and I have a friendship now.
Yeah, we've known each other for many years, and we've been to each other's houses. We've been to each other's events and stuff like that, and we have a camaraderie. This Izzy and Siri Izzy is just a dumb fan of watching Siri on TV. It's like if I was in the game. Or like you were in the game with an actor you really liked or an actress you really liked. Mm-hmm. And you're like, oh, I'm going to do anything. Like, we're going to be friends after this, like it's not going to happen. Right. So that's like that. There's the difference there. And so would I want to destroy you and Milo's game? I mean, my gut says no. There's $750,000 on the line, and it would have to I feel like if that were the case, us three would be like real tight together, mm-hmm. and we would really look out for each other. It wouldn't be just me meeting you for the first time.
Yeah.
It's a great question.
Yeah, but I can see the difference. But yeah, I think that's the thing is you just really don't know because I've always been on as much as I can't stand Sari, Jared, or Izzy. I have always stood by the fact that, and I appreciate Izzy not doing it. I think that showed something in Izzy that she didn't. She kept her vow to Sari. Which
is dumb. She went home and lost $750,000 on a game, and she looked dumb doing it through the whole time. She should have, while she was doing the pig thing with Cameron, it's like, look, this is what I know. I have a very big secret in the house that nobody knows about. Mm-hmm. If you can,
I think if she would have told Cameron that, Cameron would have done anything. He would have went to whoever and said, "Look, we got to." I think he would have tried to protect Izzy at that point.
He would have had everybody in the house separately and told the secret. It's like, we have to do this. Mm-hmm. We have to keep Izzy. And we all have to band against those two to get them out.
Yeah.
And she would have stayed. She would have gone so far. But no, she was like, no, she's my best friend now in real life. And that's not going to happen. Like, there's no real world scenario. Like, I can see if Suri's in town where Izzy lives, at some point for something, she goes to a concert of hers to see her play flute. I can see that happening. Other than that, there's no chance of them having a relationship outside.
Yeah,
even though Izzy is going to pursue it.
Yeah, the only thing in Izzy's future is maybe a restraining order.
Yeah. Oh, it's so.
It's gonna be, why are you moving where I move? Why are you moving in next door? Why are you not leaving me alone?
It's so awkward and weird. I don't get it. That she should have said to Cameron beforehand, but if she really wasn't and she got voted out by everybody except for Suri, she still should have said something. It would have made for great TV. It would have been remembered forever in Big Brother history. She could have been as big as Suri, but no, she went out crying like a sad, pathetic person.
Like a little pink pig.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can imagine in a scripted world, as soon as they said, Izzy, by a vote of blank to blank, you are voted out of the Big Brother house. And she would have stood up and said, these two are related. See y'all later.
I would have hugged everybody and the door would have opened and I would have started to walk out. I was like, oh, by the way, bam, bam, related, shut the door. And then just left everybody and then the shock of Jared and Suri's face, you can't write that. I just did, but you just, that's, Izzy's so dumb. That's why she's so annoying.
I still kind of get it. I get it. I mean, I get it. It would have been better TV the other way, but I get it.
You get, I don't know. I mean, it's so stupid. God, we need to have Izzy on this show so I can just Tell her how bad she
polite.
is.
You talk a big game, but if she was here, you'd be polite.
I would definitely be polite. I would ask a lot of questions, though. But knowing her, she wouldn't like the both of us. At least me.
I'm not assuming. Wow, that's not an assumption.
If she didn't like Cam and Red, I'm getting, because she's always said she doesn't like Cam and Red. And my guess is that who she is, big LGBTQ, and she saw these two dressed like hillbilly, she immediately I don't like
some
them.
Assumptions. Yeah.
Yeah.
We all do.
And Cameron and Red are amazing. And she's the one who sucks. So who would you rather hang out in real life? Izzy or Cam and Red?
Like them exact people or the type, the personality. I have more in common with the Izzies of the world than I do the Reds and the Camerons.
Though those two strictly the people.
Of the three, only because Izzy just seems very annoying. At the very beginning of this game, I would have had a different answer. I had to pick one. The introvert in me says, I'm just going to stay home. Y'all go do that.
You just keep saying you're an introvert. I don't get this.
So I don't know. Because, I mean, Red has this military background, so him and I really aren't going to have a lot in common. Izzy's a musician, so we could probably talk music. Cameron, I don't know about Cameron. We might have some conversations, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Who are you picking, Red?
Oh, yeah, Red and Cam, for sure. Red and Cam, for sure. I feel like Red and Cam you can have a really good relationship with and feel very comfortable and easy and have fun with. Izzy, you're going to be constantly walking on eggshells, offending her or making her upset. Yeah, and that's not a good
long-term relationship. It would be hard, probably. And maybe that's why Izzy is so grounded into Suri, is because maybe Izzy has found in her life that people find her annoying and she can't hold on to friendships. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm just speculating. I mean, there has to be something in her life where there's her family and her friends. She seems to find herself ostracized all the time. That's why her connection with Suri was something that she just felt like was the most important thing in her life. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird, but now I know. Oh my God. And so what do you actually think Jared and Suri's relationship is like them growing up, like her raising him? Because if she raised Jared, she's a poor ass parent. Like for somebody like, I mean, in this game, the way he talks to people, the way all of that, I don't know how they were brought up or how she raised him, or if she was still like too busy doing her reality shows. But the way Jared is in life and in this game, like that's piss poor parenting.
I don't know, because I know how I was at Jared's age and I try to be polite and everything, but I don't know. I mean, I think parents do the best that they can. And they try to instill things into their children, but at the same time, they probably know that. I mean, I'm sure there's things that Milo does that I would be very like, oh, I can't believe you did this, or I can't believe you make those decisions. You watch your kids make decisions, even though you've been the best parent you thought you could be. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to let Milo go on Survivor. I mean, first time he has to go gather sticks and he sees a bug, he's going to go jump on the boat and want to leave. It's like, you know, your kid's strength.
But that would make for like really good TV. It's like he walks into the forest. This is
who's the girl screaming and running through the jungle? Oh, that's Milo. Never mind.
That's Milo.
I love him to death. He's got strengths and he has weaknesses, and you know your child's strengths and weaknesses. You know, so it's just funny.
But like relate that to Jared and Suri, like when Jared talks with people in the house and you see him, like he can't do anything but like maybe hold on to a wall kind of longer than somebody.
Right.
What's like, how are you proud of that? Like when you're like everybody, bro. He's like, you're going to have to cook for me. It's like, what can you do for me? Oh, I can rub your feet. I was like, what kind of person are you?
So she was a helicopter mom and did everything for him. Like
he brings nothing to the table.
Literally let him do nothing. So he was always, which is again is another thing parents do, is they feel like if they can make their child's life as easy as possible, they will be happier. But then they just end up not knowing how to do anything. So
right.
I don't know. I'm not gonna dog on her for her parenting because I don't know. I know as a parent it's hard sometimes.
It's hard.
It's hard, man.
I just both of them being in the house and her watching him do things to people. I just like, how do you? I mean, it must take everything in her to like smack him.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure they are going to have conversations later. Now, what the relationship's going to be on the other side of this house, I'm sure she'll still be a doting mom, but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But if one of those two end up winning, dude,
we won't be watching. We won't be watching.
Yeah, we wouldn't be watching by then. I think I would unfollow them on Instagram. I don't even.
Oh, do you follow them?
I follow CBS, I think, and CBS is always posting stuff. No, I mean follow the show on like Instagram or anything.
Oh, okay.
I follow them personally, but I wouldn't even want to know. I would probably take Paramount Plus off of I'd take the app completely off of my television.
Paramount.
Look, I don't even.
You did such a terrible job in casting this season that I'm unsubscribing to your service. You've made me this angry.
It's like, man, I made you that angry. We're going to do this every season. We're going to just plants in every season. Because if you think about it, you take that dynamic away from this season. Sure, there's people you like and don't like, but it has elevated that sense. So I think it was brilliant on the producers to do it.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. But in this episode, this week was the first week both of them have let out like mama or my baby, baby did it. And I was like,
nobody else has noticed.
And that's why I'm thinking they did not show it specifically until this Wednesday or Thursday.
So do you think maybe Corey found out or America found out and noticed and put two to two together and there were conversations that happened? Because America seemed like she knew that she was going to be up there with Corey. She knew. She was squeezing his hand. She didn't seem surprised.
Oh, because Corey came and talked with her and said, like, look, I just had this big argument with Jared. I called him out. I'm pretty sure I'm going on the block. And I'm pretty sure since you and me are together, you're probably going to go on the block too, to separate us.
Blue was kind of a non-factor this week. I didn't see her much, which I'm happy about. Less I got to see her duck face the better.
It was great. Her goodbye message to Izzy was really funny. She did not like Izzy.
No.
Nobody liked it. And I'm pissed that they didn't show Cameron's goodbye message to Izzy. I'm just like, why? What? Why would you not show that
message? It was more of a, hey, he got her out on his HOH. That's what he wanted.
Yeah, that was the message. Goodbye.
Well, hopefully next Monday when we have this conversation, we'll be out of the valley, because right now we're in the valley because Jared is head of household and two of our favorite people are on the block. We're either going to be continuing on or we're going to be talking about Big Brother as in the government. That'll be our new show, Big Brother Government. Conspiracy theories.
It'll be interesting. I'm excited to watch Double Evictions. Always fun.
Double evictions are always fun because they're exciting and they're fast paced. I'm just nervous. I'm nervous. I don't want two of my favorite people going home.
Yeah, me neither. I really hope.
If this was the double eviction week and let's say Corey had won and had put up Jared and Felicia, I would be so happy and excited about a double eviction right now because I'd be like, man, we might be able to get both of them home. But because of who's in power, it's like, man, I might lose two of my people.
Yeah.
Greatness of Big Brother.
It is. Oh man, this is going to be a strenuous week, but we'll do it.
We'll weather the storm, my friend.
Yes, we will. It's always good doing this show with you and talking it through.
I know it is good therapy. I give you that. Well, you can check out Bryan at boomstickcomics.com and High Def Digest for everything we do, theentertainmentanswer.com. follow our Big Brother podcast. Every Monday, we're here breaking it down. Is this our last show, or is this the beginning of a great end of a season? We will see, but outside of the Big Brother house, that's Bryan Kluger. I'm Matt Mungle. Love one another.